it's Jenny from Homestead Corner. Today I thought we'd talk a little bit about oil lamps. So we keep a wide variety of different kind of lanterns in the house, and battery operated lanterns I think are great, but not for a longer emergency. If the grid is down for days or weeks, batteries, you're going to chew through them like crazy. And I think it's great to have tons of batteries on hand, but I like to have other options as well. We also keep candles for light and heat. They're great, but oil lanterns are so super efficient, and they provide a nice light, and they also produce quite a bit of heat as well. So I think those are great to keep in with your prepping supplies and to have in the home at all times. Oil lanterns, the oil lasts a really long time. It doesn't burn through it like crazy. Like a candle will be gone in 1 or 2 days. A whole thing of oil is going to last you like days and days and days and days, week or so. Most the bigger the tank, depending on the tank size, it's going to last you. And I really like it because the wicks they just continue to last. They don't chew them all up fast. If you have one string of wick, that is going to last you years, which is really great because, you know, whenever you can save and reuse, the better. And so these oil lanterns, this one particularly was like my grandma's lantern, so it's, you know, very special to me. We have a little bit of oil in it. And oil lanterns are very basic. They really are. There's not a lot to them. You'll see the bottom here, the glass piece. This is just your tank of oil. And then you have a wick that goes up into the top. I have another one here. This one is also really old, but it doesn't have any oil in it, so I can take it apart and show you. But so you've got your tank here, and you just put your oil right in here. I always use a funnel. That way you're not making a mess with it. You don't want to have oil all over the place. And then your top piece just screws right on, and your wick is just you want a cotton wick. You can pick these up at most hardware stores, and it's really basic. You're just going to turn this is your wick adjuster here on the side. It's just like a little wheel, and you just turn that to turn your wick up and down, which it's really basic. And if your wick comes out, you just fish it into the bottom, and again, just turn the wheel and it will pull it up through. So, and it is pretty tight on the top, and you have just a little space here, and you're going to light this part of the wick. So when I'm ready to light my wick, I turn it up just a little bit, get it lit, and then we turn it down. And then once you got your flame where you want it, you can put your globe on. Your globe is super hot. You don't want to grab a hold of this once it's going. Once it's cool, you want to let it cool down completely before you touch that globe. But when you're lighting it, the globe is cool. Once you get your flame, you can see it, you can turn it down, turn it up, make it brighter. And you really don't need it that high to get a really good light out of it. And if you have it up too high, you're going to notice you could get some smoke, and you don't want that. You want to just keep it nice and low, and it gives off a beautiful glow and a nice light. We love these. When the power's out, we're sitting around the table playing cards or a board game or something like that. I like these for stationary light, or in the kitchen for if I got to get dinner together and get everything ready to go on the wood stove or the barbecue. I can still see inside with the lantern, and I love them. I think they're great. And then they have another style, these hurricane barn lantern or hurricane, I think it's called. These are in a metal case. They're a little bit different, but they're very similar. They work exactly the same. On the side, you have your little wick adjuster here. that brings it up and down. You've got a little screw cap on the tank to fill it up with oil. It's really easy. And then over here, there is a little thumb lifter to lift up your globe. So when you are ready to light it, you want to lift that up. These are nice because you don't have to touch the globe at all. So you can lift this up, light your wick, and then once you get it lit, I'm doing it backwards, so you can just put it back down like that, and it is ready to go. You can just adjust your wick so your flame is where you want it. And that is it. And you can carry these, you can hang these. I like that. This can be carried by the finger thing. You know, you can carry this if you got to walk around with it. I do like that. But they are so simple and easy to use, and they're really quite inexpensive. This lantern I picked up at Walmart recently for $8, under $8. So these are really great. For under $8, you've got a light that you can reuse over and over and over for years to come. And you know, similar to this, they sell similar ones that are kind of like this, little smaller base. With the globe, you're talking probably $12 to $15 at a local store, or there's not many around at our local store, so you could check online also. I'll put some links to everything down in the description. Obviously, I don't have a link for this one because this is an antique. It was my grandma's. But also, lamp oil. Lamp oil is pretty inexpensive. This is about $8. We don't usually go through one of these in a year. It usually takes a couple years. If we had to use it all the time, obviously we would use more of it. We do keep plenty on hand. And in an emergency, a real pinch, you could use cooking oil, like olive oil or regular cooking, vegetable cooking oil. But you really don't want to use, like, probably peanut oil would work really good. But it is so expensive. You want to save that for cooking your food. You definitely want to keep that nicer oils for cooking food. But if you only have olive oil or cooking oil, they will work in a pinch. They are more expensive. This is definitely going to be much cheaper, and it is ready to go. So really, lanterns are quite basic and simple, and they last. They are really cost effective. They do give off a nice heat, so if your power's out, not only does it give you light, if everybody kind of gathers in a room, a couple of lanterns, you're going to be able to stay warm, which is a bonus, absolute bonus. It's even, they throw off way more heat than candles, and I really love having these around. I do recommend keeping them up if you have small children. Don't leave them down. If they get knocked over, you could have even more of an emergency, and we don't want that. So keep them up high away from the kids, or where you know they're not going to get to them if you have little kids. They can be dangerous when knocked over. It can burn your house down, and someone could get hurt, which would be even worse. All right, so when you're ready to put your lantern out, it's really quite simple. You're just going to take and turn your flame down. And if it doesn't go out, you can just blow it out on the top. And with these other lamps, when they've got the thumb, the little thumb piece here, you can lift these up while they're burning, turn your wick down, blow it out again if it doesn't go out. A lot of times if you turn it down, it will go out on its own, and then I just turn it back up so it's ready for next time once it's out. But that is it. They're really simple. But that is it. They are really basic and easy. I think lanterns are a great item to have in your preps for those emergencies, short term, longer term. They're going to be a great item. You'll be glad you got it. And that's it for today. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.